of Extraordinary Outcomes. I'm an ordinary person with extraordinary aspirations who believes in living life fully alive. Welcome. My name is Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. Welcome to Mondays with Coach B, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For your personal and professional development, today's topic, one assistance. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. And if you're catching this on the replay, please subscribe on YouTube. Like on Facebook. Leave a comment either in Facebook or YouTube. But please subscribe on YouTube if you're catching this on YouTube. This is how to locate me on YouTube. Coach B, the CEO. You'll see my picture, you'll see my name, and just hit the subscribe button. And yeah, that would help. Please hit the subscribe button. And again, welcome to Mondays with Coach B. As you can see, it is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I went from 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time now to 5:15 rather p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I had mentioned last week that we were going to make a change. I was going to make a change, and I was deciding on what time would be good, whether or not I would do it in the afternoon or whether or not I would do it in the evening. And so we're going to try this for, a little while and see what happens and see if the 5:15 p.m. is a good spot. My goal or my hope is to, I see someone out there watching. If you want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a comment so I'll know who you are. My goal here is to catch people, interact with them on their way from work. I was still, since the pandemic, I work from home. So I have the ease to be able to do a video in the morning or do it at night. And 5:15 just sounds like a really good time. People, have left work. They're probably in their car, on the bus, or what have you, and on their way home and looking for a change. They want to change their energy, change their mind, just do something different. So I'm hoping that this is a good time for individuals to come out and watch and participate. As I had mentioned in prior videos, if you want to come up, there's a link in YouTube. There's a link in YouTube where you can hit the link and I can actually bring you up and we could be side by side and have a conversation on that topic or the topic of the day. So let me just check in with people and see how their weekend was. Hopefully, it was okay. We know that in the news, so many things have happened. This is not a political channel. Of course, I have my opinion on what has happened, over the weekend. And I am certainly for nonviolence. I believe that you should protect yourself, but I am definitely for nonviolence, and I think we need to take a look at our mindset as it relates to resolving issues through some type of hostility or a physical altercation. So let me go on with my topic today. So my topic: want assistance? Do you want assistance? Again, my name is Coach B. I'm a life coach. And what I want to do is serve people. The question becomes, do you want assistance? I know for myself that sometimes in my life it was kind of hard to ask for help. To ask for help. Um, One, pride, ego, trying to figure it out on my own, thinking I could resolve it on my own, that nobody wanted to help me. I got to do it by myself. People want to take things from you. They don't really want to help you. I had a lot of what you might say is some misguided beliefs. And what that did was hamper my ability to ask for assistance. And why life coaching? Why did I pick life coaching? I wanted to be able to help people in various areas of their life, be it family, intimate relationship, work goals, personal development, spirituality, money management. The list goes on. But the one thing that all of these life areas have in common is that there could be a limited belief system that's in the way. And sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees because we're so invested in our own life and our own story that sometimes we can't hear nor see where our limited beliefs are. And sometimes just having somebody on the outside giving you support, walking with you through your journey can enhance your life. It could enhance your life. What do I mean by that? If I have limited belief system and I'm caught up or wrapped up in a story that I've been telling myself and I actually believe is true, and I don't have no one to point it out and say, listen, is that a true statement? Is that a fact? What if it wasn't that way? What would you do differently? What would you do differently? If you didn't have those limited belief systems, what would you do differently and how would it change the quality of your life? So that's one of the things that, I think about as a life coach and when I want to serve people, assist people, is how can I help you with your limited belief system? Here's the thing, you have to want help and then ask for help because that's two parts, right? You might want assistance, you might be afraid, you might feel like, oh, the person's not really going to help me. I've been down there before. I tried one thing, it really didn't work out the way that I expected. And that too can hamper your ability of asking for assistance. The other thing I want to talk about is, setting goals. You've heard me talk about this a few times, setting goals. Setting goals. Uh, Sometimes we don't even know how to set goals. We don't know how to give it we don't know how to set goals. We probably don't even, some people don't even know what a goal is. And then some people have, the mindset or the attitude of, well, I don't set goals, I'm just live for the day, I take it day by day. And what's happening is they're not obtaining what they could be obtaining if they just had a little bit more. Some people don't like the word structure, and it's okay. I understand that. You don't have to like the word structure, but they don't have a framework from which they are operating from. So, part of being a life coach is helping people understand what goals are, how to set them, and how to accomplish them. And then, or if something happens that there's a setback, the person needs to pivot. Hey, let's get into that. Let's pivot. Let's revamp. Uh, let's revamp the goal, and that's okay to do too. But sometimes people feel like if they have a goal, they don't reach it by a certain point. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't worth the trouble. Let it go. But that's not necessarily always the case. Sometimes what it means is that you might have to take a pivot. You might, instead of going 2 inches to the right, maybe you need to go 1 inch to the left. Maybe there's something that you need to change in order for that goal to come to fruition. The other thing is the increase. I have my notes down here, so I'm looking to the side because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Increasing self awareness. People talk about emotional intelligence, they talk about intelligence in general, and intelligence, emotional intelligence, they are important. I need to be self aware of how I bring myself into a space. Am I aware of what's happening for me? Am I aware how my thoughts or my emotions are impacting my ability, impacting my ability to change something, to be something different? Am I aware of that? Am I aware of how I present myself and how that impacts on other people? Again, self awareness, is really important. Emotional intelligence is really important. Something else that I often think about is self confidence and resiliency. And I kind of hinted to that earlier when I first started talking, that sometimes the limited beliefs can impact the level of confidence in your ability to be resilient. Sometimes the limited belief systems can impact your ability to be self confident and resilient. When I was growing up, they used to say, don't brag, don't boast. Don't brag and don't boast. So I'm not talking about conceit here, but I'm talking about confidence, an assuredness of who you are, who you be, and what you do. An assuredness of who you be and what you do. Self confidence is really important. What we know is that low self esteem, low self confidence, and no support can hamper a person's ability to have a meaningful life. It can hamper a person's ability to have a meaningful life. And when I say a meaningful life, meaning what? A life that they are proud to live, a life that they enjoy living, a life that they feel brings them joy, happiness, and fulfillment. So without the self confidence and without the resiliency, and why is resiliency so important? Because some days you can feel like you're on top of the world, and other days it can feel like a show. I can't say the word because I'm on YouTube, but you get what I'm saying, right? It can really sound like a show, right? And so we want to make sure that we have the ability to be resilient, right? The ability to bounce back, the ability to stay steadfast, to just stay on track. Because when we can stay on track, what that does it goes hand in hand. So you build self confidence, you build resiliency. You build resiliency, it builds self confidence. Because the more I know that I can do, the more confident I am in being that. And I can only learn that through resiliency. So if I give up and I say, oh, never mind, later for it, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, I don't understand, I don't have time for this. If I have those limited uh, beliefs, then guess what? My resiliency is going to wane and my self confidence is going to wane. I don't know about you, and you can help me out because you can leave it in the comments, either on Facebook or either on YouTube. You can leave it in the comments. Have you ever, have you ever stopped short of the miracle? Like you just got so fed up, so annoyed, so frustrated that something was really important to you and you just threw your hands up and gave up, only to discover that that very thing that you were working on or trying to accomplish was right there for you, was right there for you. But the lack of resiliency, the ability to keep moving forward, even when things don't look like what you want them to look like, that is a character building phenomenon. So you got self confidence. I can do it. I believe I can. I know I can. I'm going to be all I can be. And then the resiliency to practice that mindset, that action over and over and over and over again. And then watch results happen and watch the results happen. That's phenomenal. So, as a life coach, one of the things that I enjoy doing is watching people when they have their aha moment and they realize that, you know what, my belief systems have been getting in the way, and you know what, I have power, I have choice, I can do something differently and get different results. Or when people actually sit down and say, you know what, I've been copping out. I've been copping out. I just been talking about, I don't believe in goals. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in none of that stuff. None of that stuff comes true anyway. You might be right. It won't come true for you if you don't put the footwork in. If you don't know where you're going, you're going to wind up somewhere, but not at a destination that you are designing for yourself. So being able to really sit back, stop, think about what it is that you want to accomplish. What are your goals? What is it that you want to accomplish? What steps will it take to accomplish those goals? Do you need support? Do you want support? And then put something in a plan of action where you actually have support and an accountability buddy. Isn't that awesome? To have somebody sit with you and say, hey, how's that going? How's that going? And if it's not going well, that's okay too. We're still in this together. We're still in this together. Because when things work, I'm sorry, you know, I'm a little, my body's a little humid, so I'm just trying to take away some of that moisture. But here's the thing, even if things don't go according to plan, one of the things that can happen though, and it's a beautiful thing, that you learn something about you, who you are, how you be, how you do things, how you think, how you emote. You're going to get something from it, whether it works or if it doesn't work. Whether it works or not, you're going to learn something about yourself. Listen, do you give up easy? Do you get frustrated easily? Are you easily distracted? These are things that you need to know. So the self-awareness piece is really, really important. Are you a go-getter? Do you like to work when your back is up against the wall and you're working against time? Are you a procrastinator? Are you standing on business with that? I'm a procrastinator. That's who I am. I'm a procrastinator. And could the quality of your life be a little bit better if you weren't a procrastinator? And then, and then, thinking about what? The self awareness. Oh, now I realize these things about myself. I could do something different. I have a choice. I could do something different. And then say to yourself, okay, if I change those elements, will my self confidence improve? And if I do it repeatedly, resiliency, how will my quality of life change? I remember, some time ago, people would say to me, listen, if you want to improve your self esteem, do esteemable things. If you want to improve your self esteem, do what? Esteemable things. Somebody had to tell me that. Somebody had to tell me that. If you want self esteem, then do esteemable things. Same thing with self confidence. You got to work through the obstacles and the barriers so that you can build the resiliency. If you stop short, if you get frustrated, if you get distracted, if you say later for it, then whatever you're after, it's just not going to come to fruition. That's all it is. And if it comes to fruition, it just won't come to fruition for you. So again, do you want assistance? You do not have to go this road by yourself. You don't have to do it alone. If you want assistance, my website is in the description. And I believe my email should be there too. If not, I'll be sure to put it there. Or you can leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook and say, hey, I want assistance. Come, listen, I want assistance. Surrender. I want assistance. I can't do this by myself. I need somebody to help me with my limited beliefs. I need somebody to help me with my goals. Yeah, my self confidence is a little shaky. It's a little shaky. And there's some things, what, I'm aware of, but I need to do some work on that. If that's you, reach out. Reach out. You'll be surprised what the discovery call can do for your life. This has been Coach B. Mondays with Coach B. I'll see you next Monday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, have a great week.